Hello everyone, this is Ali Reza. Today we will talk about one of the well-known languages out there named Python. Now Python is not a compiled application language, it's interpreted. So by definition of interpretation, it's slower compared to C#, C++, or Java. However, Python was created for data processing and side by side with math calculations in mind. So if you are aiming for things that are heavily dependent on data processing or math, Python is your future. These meaning that machine learning or big data processing itself for industry or for organizations or I don't know, any industry that needs you to program something heavily involved with math, you may want to take a look at Python. There is, however, an exception here, and that is web application. These days, many well-known web applications and even some social networking applications like Instagram are using Python. And when we are talking about Python for web, remember to take a look at Django, because that's the main beast for web based on Python. Now, the interesting thing about Django or Python is that almost all of it is open source. And when I hear the word open source, I like it. Immediately, I fall in love with anything that is open source, simply because it means that there is humongous amount of supporting community there to debug, to expand, and to make it better. So if we compare, for example, C++ to Python, the duration of time that took Python to become mature compared to C++ is like a blink of an eye. And these days, Python is even more mature than C++, if you ask me, because, well, C++ is a very low-level language, and by the low-level language, I don't mean intermediate. It's still a high-level language, but the lowest of the low of them, the closest one to intermediate and machine code. And, well, it has a very dedicated use cases. Of course, Unreal Engine as a game development engine is using C++. That aside, writing code in C++ means that you are aiming for a very special case. However, if you look at Python, you can write your own weblog using Python. You can develop your own website, whatever the type of the website is, based on Python. You can write your own web application like Instagram based on Python. Hell, I think I hear that even NASA is using Python and for their website. And I'm not surprised, because if we are talking about NASA, we are talking about big data and data analysis and scientific data analysis. For sure, they are using Python somewhere in their production pipeline. But the surprise was that their website is using Python. So if you are talking about machine learning, for whatever reason, the machine learning you are aiming for example, navigation application, okay? You're talking about Python. If you are working for WHO and you want to process some medical info, you are working with Python. If you are going to process the information for, I don't know, any number of data, you are looking at Python one way or another. So these are the most used cases. However, yes, you can write Windows Form applications, you can write your form applications, not Windows Form. You can write a form application using Python, but I wouldn't do that in here. If I want it to be multi-platform, then Java is your choice. At least between the languages that we are talking in this channel, of course, you can use Node.js or anything else. But between Python, Java, and C#, multi-platform applications, Java. Windows Form applications, C#. Yes, you can put interfaces inside a window with Python, but that's not the correct way of using Python. So if you are interested in any one of these, Python is for you. Maybe in future, whenever I finish most of the things that I want to finish, I will look at machine learning using Python. I'm not a professional person when it comes to machine learning, but I know how to use Python and machine learning when it comes to finance. And don't think about becoming a billionaire using it. No, it's just a scientific research, ongoing scientific research for a long time now, but who knows, future may have surprises for us. And that's all I'm gonna talk about Python. This doesn't mean that Python is a small language. No. It's a very, very powerful language. However, because I'm aiming languages for game development, Python is not the best for that concept. Have fun, everyone. Bye.